Problems and delays that you didn't see coming can happen at any time. This fact makes it even more important to have a strong business continuity plan, or BCP, in place. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is business continuity planning, and why is it so important? At its core, BCP is the strategic blueprint that companies follow to ensure their essential functions continue during and after a disruptive event. These disruptions can range from natural disasters like earthquakes or hurricanes to unforeseen circumstances like a global pandemic or a sudden economic downturn. Why does this matter? Well, let's break it down. First and foremost, BCP is about resilience in the face of disruptions. Think of it as a business's superhero cape. A solid plan ensures a quick rebound when unforeseen challenges strike, whether they're natural disasters or cyber attacks. It's about turning setbacks into setups for a triumphant comeback. Next, we have the safeguarding of reputation. In today's age of social media and instant communication, a company's reputation is worth its weight in gold. Any disruption that leads to service outages or failures can tarnish the trust built over years. BCP not only safeguards operations, but also shields the brand from lasting damage. Then there's regulatory compliance. Picture this, stringent regulations knocking on your door. Business continuity planning isn't just a good idea, it's often a legal requirement. Compliance isn't just about ticking boxes, it's about ensuring your business operates responsibly and ethically despite adversity. But it's not just about the business itself, it's about employee well-being and productivity. In times of crisis, employees look to leadership for guidance. The well-thought-out BCP is about protecting profits and safeguarding the workforce's well-being. By ensuring continuity in operations, businesses keep their employees safe, motivated, and productive. And let's not forget customer trust and loyalty. Customers are the lifeblood of any business. Imagine the impact of a disruption on customer trust. Business continuity planning is an investment in maintaining customer loyalty. When customers see a business that can weather storms and still deliver, it fosters trust that lasts beyond the crisis. Finally, there's the aspect of cost-effective recovery. Recovering from a disruption without a plan is like navigating a maze blindfolded. It's not just time-consuming, it's costly. BCP minimizes downtime, helping businesses recover swiftly and efficiently, saving time and resources. Now, let's dive into the key components of a business continuity plan. There are 10 key components that form the bedrock of a resilient business strategy. First up is Business Impact Analysis, or BIA. Think of BIA as the compass of a BCP. It's the systematic process of understanding the repercussions of potential disruptions on business operations. It asks the crucial question, what happens if? This involves identifying critical business function, evaluating dependencies, and quantifying the financial and operational impacts of disruptions. It's a reality check, understanding the domino effect of a disruption on the core functions of the business. Next, we have risk assessment. This is the detective work of BCP. It involves identifying potential threats, vulnerabilities, and the likelihood of those threats turning into actual disruptions. It's about asking what could go wrong and how likely is it. The goal is to create a comprehensive list of potential risks, enabling businesses to prioritize and develop strategies to mitigate these risks effectively. Once the risks are on the table, it's time for the business continuity strategy. This is the game plan for maintaining operations during and after a disruption. This component outlines specific measures to be taken to keep critical functions running. It's a tailored approach based on insights gained from the BIA and risk assessment, essentially a detailed playbook for navigating disruptions. Now, let's talk about the recovery team. This team is the backbone of execution, comprising individuals responsible for implementing the strategies laid out in the BCP. These are the boots on the ground, be it specialists, communication experts, and key decision makers who swing into action when the alarm bells ring. Then there's comprehensive training. This is the rehearsal for the main event. It ensures everyone knows their role when the plan is implemented. Training involves educating employees on their responsibilities, familiarizing them with the BCP, and conducting regular drills to keep everyone sharp. It's like practicing a fire drill. You may never want to use it, but you'll be glad you did if needed. Business continuity exercises are next on the list. These are like rehearsals for real-life disruption, involving simulated scenarios to test the effectiveness of the BCP. The goal is to ensure that when the actual disruption hits, the team is not caught off guard. An effective communication plan is crucial in times of crisis. This outlines how information will be shared internally and externally during a disruption. It includes contact lists, communication channels, and predefined messages to avoid chaos and misinformation. Backup locations and physical assets are about having a plan B. This involves identifying alternative sites where critical functions can be carried out if the primary location becomes unusable. Regular review and recommendations is another key component. The business continuity plan is not a one-time creation. It's a living document that evolves with the business and its environment. Regular reviews ensure the BCP remains relevant and effective over time. Finally, we have technology integration. This is about aligning its systems with the BCP, ensuring that critical technologies are in sync with the overall plan. The goal is to ensure that technology is an enabler, not a hindrance, in implementing the BCP. So, how do you create an effective business continuity plan? It requires a strategic approach and meticulous planning. Start by identifying critical business functions. What is essential for day-to-day operations? Break these functions into smaller components to address specific risks associated with each element. Next, assess risks and vulnerabilities. Consider everything from natural disasters to cyber threats. This will help you prioritize which risks to address first. Once you've identified risks, develop clear response strategies for each. Outline specific actions to take in the event of a disruption. Communicate these strategies to your team to ensure a coordinated response. Establish communication protocols to ensure that information flows smoothly during a crisis. Regularly test and update your plan to ensure its effectiveness. Conduct drills or simulations to evaluate how well your team can execute the plan. Employee training and awareness are also crucial. Ensure your employees know the business continuity plan and are adequately trained to execute their roles during a crisis. Encourage a culture of preparedness among your staff. Data protection and backup procedures are vital in today's digital age. Implement robust data protection measures and establish regular backup procedures to safeguard essential information. Finally, collaborate with external partners and authorities. Share essential aspects of your plan with key suppliers and partners, ensuring alignment in the event of joint dependencies. Despite the importance of business continuity planning, organizations often grapple with many challenges in its implementation. One common hurdle is the lack of comprehensive risk assessment. Businesses often find themselves unprepared because they haven't identified all potential risks. Another challenge is inadequate communication strategies. Effective communication is crucial during a crisis, yet many businesses struggle with communication breakdowns. Dependency on key personnel is another common issue. Relying too heavily on specific individuals can hinder the execution of the BCP if they are unavailable. Insufficient testing and updating of the plan is a significant challenge. A plan that sits on the shelf collecting dust is as good as no plan at all. Resource constraints can also hinder the development and implementation of an effective BCP. In an ideal world, unlimited resources would be available, but the reality is often different. Finally, technology failures and cybersecurity threats pose significant risks. With an increasing reliance on technology, businesses face the challenge of potential system failures or cyber threats that can disrupt operations. Now, let's clarify the differences between a business continuity plan and disaster recovery. A BCP is a strategic playbook outlining how an organization can keep its essential functions running during and after a disruption. It encompasses people, processes, and technology. On the other hand, disaster recovery focuses primarily on its systems and data recovery after a disruption. It's more reactive, kicking in once the disaster has occurred. In essence, BCP is about keeping the business engine running during disruption, while Doctor is about restoring its systems and data to minimize downtime. Who is responsible for developing and implementing the business continuity plan? It starts with executive leadership, who set the tone for the organization and drive the importance of BCP. The BCP coordinator or manager is the hands-on architect of the plan, responsible for its day-to-day development, implementation, and maintenance. The IT department plays a pivotal role in safeguarding digital assets, while the HR department focuses on the human element of business operations. Individual departments and their respective heads are integral to the BCP, providing insights into critical processes and potential vulnerabilities. Lastly, let's look at some real-world success stories that illustrate the power of a well-crafted business continuity plan. In 2021, Ireland's HSE faced a severe ransomware incident that highlighted the vulnerability of our healthcare system. Despite the chaos, a robust BCP was crucial in safeguarding essential services. When Hurricane Harvey hit in 2017, Gale Media, an internet marketing company in Texas, faced significant challenges. However, thanks to a well-thought-out business continuity plan, they transitioned to remote work seamlessly and continued serving their clients. Canty Technology experienced a lightning strike that sparked a fire, threatening their entire operations. Thanks to their proactive BCP, they had already relocated client servers to a remote data center, ensuring continuous backups and uninterrupted service for their clients. These examples underscore the critical importance of meticulous planning and preparation in the face of unforeseen challenges. A strong business continuity plan is not just a safety net, it's a strategic advantage that can turn challenges into opportunities and fortify businesses for a sustainable future.